run through a couple of the biggest NBA stories. Start with Giannis outdueling Embiid in a thriller last night. Jay Will, what is there to say about the Freak last night?
I just love the way Giannis attacks the game, and I know we'll talk about the MVP race, and I think Giannis having that block last night really helped them. But I will say the opportunities for Giannis to be featured over the next 5 games, going against the Nets, and Kevin Durant, going against the Celtics, going against the Cavs, he will have a lot of games on big-time platforms that could elevate him ultimately in the MVP conversation.
I love it. Next one. Paul George came back last night, played for the first time since December, scored 34 points in his return. Clippers beat Utah coming from 25 down. What do we say?
First off, I say respect to Ty Lue. He should have been the Lakers coach. The fact that he has the Clippers in this position in the playoffs without Paul George and Kawhi Leonard has been incredible. Glad Paul George can come back. Huge performance last night, being down 25. But Wendy, it always goes to the question, where's Kawhi Leonard, and will we ever see him play again?
This year, I'll ask Wendy that question as we continue in a moment, but let me get back to the Lakers, who you mentioned. We've talked about it a lot this morning. No LeBron, no AD. They got blown out last night. Gave up 82 points in the first half to Dallas, and they're out of the play-in.
Greeny, I've been saying this for the past month on your show that the Lakers aren't going to make the playoffs and aren't going to make the play-in game. You look at the way they perform, and Russell Westbrook, God bless his soul. I mean, he's trying, but just defensively, they're not good at all. And the way you see them play, there's no fight. There's nobody drawing a line in the sand for this team.
Yeah, again, they gave up 82 points in the first half. There were the Clippers that you mentioned. They are firmly in the play-in, and the Lakers, as we speak, are firmly out. And I say firmly because they lose the tiebreaker to the Spurs, and they have the hardest record in the NBA the rest of the way. So with Jay Will here and Brian Windhorst here and Monica McNutt with us this morning as well, we've talked a lot, as I mentioned, Jay, about the Lakers. And the idea, Monica brought it up, that maybe the best thing for them at this point is not even to make the play-in, where the best case scenario is they just get trounced by Phoenix in round 1. What do you think?
I'm part of the camp that says shut LeBron James down. He has a sore left knee. He has a sore left ankle. He's already going to miss Thursday's game. You're trying to bring AD back, and you're trying to fight to make the play-in tournament. And I understand that we're going to say, well, it's not how LeBron James is built, and you should play every game. You're the one that made this mess, so you fix it. Like, I know how people will say that, but my thing is you have to make the right business decision for him at 37 years old. The right business decision is for his health to be intact so he can play in year 20 of his NBA career.
Monica, I think I heard it from you. Do you? Sounds like you agree.
You sure did, Greeny. Jay, tell these people. I said LeBron should shut it down when AD went down. That was February 16th. And I get it. That's not how he's made up. But come up with a more cloistered or creative way to get it done. But either way, save the mileage.
And then let me go back then, Wendy, to something that we brought up on my radio show yesterday, and that is, if indeed we all agree that whether they shut LeBron down or not for the remainder of this season, they will not accomplish anything this year. Is the path to LeBron eventually getting back to title contention in LA, does that path include trading Anthony Davis?
I don't think so. I think if you have a star player, you dream of getting another star player. This guy's, when healthy, won a title. This is a pairing that won a title. I agree with you. I think their ability to rebuild this roster is going to be very difficult. I don't know how they're going to do it, in all honesty. I don't even think that the best GM, I don't think Red Auerbach could come in and take this over and totally fix it. But I don't think, bring me the trade. I've thought about it. I know people have talked about Chicago. AD is from Chicago.
Right.
Chicago to do things.
Bring some of the young guys there.
I don't see the trade.
Bradley Beal, Damian Lillard. I'm throwing names at you.
I don't see the trade that you can guarantee the Lakers are going to be better. I think the answer is health. AD has to do some things to try to improve his health chance.
No, the answer is not health. The question is health for Anthony Davis. He's never been healthy, right? The only time they won the championship was when he had a 3-month break before they went and played in a bubble with no travel and everything else. I'm not knocking the guy, but he's always
No, you're knocking the guy. That's okay. It's okay. You're only talking about the facts that are there. And here's my question I have for it, though. Like, do we need to start asking ourselves if LeBron James has a buyout? Will they give him a buyout? And I know, Wendy, you and I talk about it. We say he loves LA. He loves what it is for his family. But if you don't see a path to try to win a championship, I just can't envision LeBron James being like, oh, this is what it is. Let's let me sit back and have a glass of wine and a cigar.
I'm having the time of my life.
Yeah, but does he really mean that? Is he really having the time of his life?
Not today. He's not. But He loves playing in LA.
Wendy, in LA, do you see what Russell Westbrook is going through?
Legacy.
Do you know it's a matter of time before they'll start doing that to LeBron James in Los Angeles? Like, we will start to forget the greatness that comes along with LeBron if he's losing games at this kind of clip.
That's why it'll be fascinating, the chase for Kareem next year. He's chasing a Laker.
Right.
And he's kind of, this has been a disappointment. The Laker fans are disappointed. The excitement level for that will be a good barometer for how they feel about
stats.
Let me get a quick take from Monica on the AD piece of it all. Would you trade AD this offseason if you were the Lakers?
I'm with Wendy in that it's difficult, but yes, if you buy that, here's the deal. AD's terrific. He's not healthy. The best ability is availability, and that's a period for me. So yes, if I could do the deal, I'm doing it.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.